Hello there everyone, this is Brother Birch. In this video I will be introducing your week 4 team activity. This one is awesome and I'm excited for you guys to do it. So this week you're going to be retrieving Star Wars data from a remote web server. Okay, so if you haven't watched any Star Wars movies, you could read this, but you should just go watch them as part of this team assignment and then you should do the assignment. Okay. All right, so now that's out of the way. So let's go look at this link real quick. That's not helpful. All right, if this link is not updated by the time you guys get here, give me 1 sec. Let me show you guys a good link. All right, here we go. So https swappy.dev/API. So the link that's currently in here is swappy.co, and it changed. It is now swappy.dev/API. So if you go to this link, paste that there, you can see this is an API. And basically what that means is it has data and we can retrieve data from there. So I can actually play around with this a little bit on their website. If I look at options here, different options for the JSON. If I look at the documentation, pull that up. So you can see getting started. Here's our first request. And we're going to grab from planets and grab whatever planet has an ID of 1. And you can see it returns this guy. Okay. And here's our base URL, and we can add things onto that, request different planets, different things like that, films, people, planets, species, spaceships, vehicles. So here's a people request. All right. And here's all the data that comes back from there. So a lot of stuff that you can do with this, okay? So you got to read through this documentation to see what your requests will look like. But then looking at this, so maybe if I just did like starships and I come back to home and I can test out a request right here. So if I, let me just refresh this. I'm going to say starships/2 and request. I had forgotten this extra forward slash. So with the starship/2/ an extra forward slash, then I could pull this up, and here is my here's my starship. Okay, so that's a little bit about how to use the API here. Then for your team activity, you must retrieve data from this URL. Okay, and again, it's swappy.dev/API/planets. Okay, so I could also put this up into here. So I could say https/swappy.dev/ that guy. Oh, didn't work. Let's see what we did wrong. API details/API. Okay, and you can see there's that data that comes up. Okay, and so I can access this data in my Python program using the requests module. So go read up on the request module, see how you can use this, but this is really similar. Okay, so you'll put in the right URL here, and I'm sure that you can find a number of helpful things on how to do that here. Okay, your program must contain a loop that repeats once for each planet. Then the loop program must use the request module to retrieve the data for each planet and then get the population from that data and add that population into a total population, and then your program must print the total population. Okay, so if you wanted to go above and beyond, there's a lot of different ways to do it because there's lots of data in here. Okay, maybe you could see how many passengers each ship fits or something like that. Some other suggestions are making it better to use, more elegant. Comment your code, change your program to count the number of planets that are known to have surface water, and then average height for all characters. Okay, so there's lots of different things that you can do for that. But here's a sample run without that extra data. Okay, and then it just shows that total population. All right, so hopefully this is helpful for you guys and getting you started. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.